Hi, welcome to Finite Pi Videos. This is DC here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the ICODE SLIL ISO 15693 tag. These are some of the features of this tag. Now, this tag has got only 32 bytes of user memory, which is very less compared with the SLI or SLIS or SLIX tags. Now this 32 bytes is organized into 8 blocks with the 4 bytes per block, or it's organized as 2 pages where each page has got 4 blocks. So there is no read and write password. If you have seen my earlier videos on SLIX or SLIS or SLIX2, this has got no read and write password, so you cannot protect these 32 bytes with the password. So the bytes are always there to write. There are 3 passwords in this tag, one for the privacy and destroy, and other for to protect the EAS. Now it's a very simple structure, and if you have been seeing all my previous videos, this is much simpler than the SLIS. The previous video was on SLIS, so if you have seen that, you'll see that this is very simple tag. This is compatible with the ICODE SLI. Now, not compatible and not in terms of the user RAM. It's just the instructions and the command set, more or less, they are the same. It's partly compatible with the SLIS. And main thing is, if you have been watching my videos on SLI or SLIS or SLIX or SLIX2, if you have seen all of these videos, then you already know about this tag. So however, if you have seen these videos, there's something probably, it's good that you watch this video and you'll feel that how simple this tags. But if you have not seen my earlier videos, so I would advise you to see first this SLIS tag. So to demonstrate SLIL tag, I'll be using the OMNIKEY 5022 reader writer. You can see I've connected my reader writer here, and this is the brand new SLIL tag. It's not easy to buy these type of tags from internet. Now at the end of the probably in my video description, I'll be putting the website where you can buy these type of tags. So as I used to mention before, you must have a copy of this datasheet, and it's a very easy to understand. If you've seen all my ICODE videos, literally you can just skim through this without any difficulty. So it looks like if you just ignore this type of the date here, it says 2007, so it looks like it's almost like a 12-year-old document, but there is some knowledge for everybody, for the students and developers in this tag as well. This is a very simple tag, and I'm not going to go through this because we have seen most of the commands in my previous videos. Now I'm using the version OMNIKEY 5022 software version 2.10, and I have to connect my USB. Now when you connect the tag, you can see that the software detected this SLIL tag, and if you click the system information, so you get this. But you have to be very careful with this number. Even the documentation mentions that the block number here 48, it's not correct. So you don't have 48 blocks of user data. You got only 8 blocks of user data. So you just have to keep this in mind. So I'm going to read this entire tag. Now this is a brand new tag. You can see there are only 8 blocks altogether, and there are 2 pages, page 0 and page 1. In fact, there's literally no use of this page numbers, because there's no way you can work with the page numbers. If you compare this with SLIS, where there is a feature to set the password against the page, there is no password concept here. Now this is the screen which is used for SLIS, so I thought this is SLIS screen suits well for SLIL as well. Now because this is SLIL tag, you can see most of the things what you see here is also present in SLI tag. And if you click on SLIL tab here, now there's a big hole here, so that shows, so my developers have used SLIS part of the software and just hidden the place where you used to enter the read and write password. So keep in mind, there is no read and write password for the user memory. The only three password you got is the privacy password, the destroy password, and the EAS password. Now this is a brand new tag. Now if you, I'm just going through quickly go through this. Now the go to operations. So you can change the AFI. I've seen this working. You can change that as well, and you can change the DSF ID. There is no locking here. And alarm, which is for a brand new tag, alarm is not set. You have to first enable the alarm. So I've enabled it. You can see all the various 5022 transmit mode commands that are going here. Now this is helpful to you if you are creating a software like this on your own or integrating this tag into your software. I've enabled. Now if you click alarm, you get this alarm bits, which you have seen this number of times in my previous videos. This tag has got ES ID, which we have seen this in SLI X and sorry, SLI X2, I suppose. Yeah, SLIS tags. You can change this thing. You can write the ES ID. I'll show you how to just do this quickly. Say write. You're able to write it, and if you go here, so in order to, all these passwords are the same. First you get the random number. The default password for the privacy destroy EAS is 0. You set the password. Sorry, to do that you have to be in the address mode. You set the password. Then if you want to change the password, I'm not going to do on this tag, so you have to and we have seen how to change these passwords in my previous videos in SLIS and SLIX2 tags. It's exactly the same. In fact, all these command bytes are exactly the same. You don't have to, there's no change in the command bytes. So other thing is, if you can see here, there is no 64-bit password. So you can enable the privacy, destroy the tag, and you can protect the EAS. So I'm going to take this brand new tag out, and I'm going to keep the tag I've been playing with to see the software works. So because I've changed the tag, you have to again start from the connect, SLIL tag, and get, and if you say read, and you can, so you can also probably use let me check if this thing works. Clear. You can also use the PCSC read. Say read the tag. You know, this works as well. Okay, so the thing that is something worth seeing on the as a demonstration is the inventory read command. So in inventory read, this is very similar to the inventory read for SLIS, where you specify the first page and number of pages. Even though the software allows you to choose in any number of pages, keep in mind there are only 2 pages. Now I'm going to clear the grid. I'm going to bring this data using inventory read command, and let's see what's going to happen. Now I'm going to say I want to read 5 pages. We know there are no 5 pages, but I would like to show something interesting in the response. So starting from page 0, and here to do the inventory read, you must have the inventory command set and the slot set to 1. So if you hit send, so what you get here is the first 8 blocks of data, here the data is all FFs and zeros and followed by 3 zeros. So up to here is the actual data. Now this is the data for page 0 and for the page 1. So the way it works here is every page, probably it's let me go through the data sheet. There's something I would like to show you. So you can see all this command. We have seen this number of times in previous videos. So go to inventory read page. Here you get the page status followed by the 4 blocks of data. Now the status will be 0 0 if there is a data present. You get a status as 0f if there is a node. See, you get 0f when you request a page number which is not present in the tag. Exactly what I have done here. So I have requested to send me 5 pages starting from page 0. However, we know that there are only 2 pages. So for every page, this is the status of the page 0 0. When you get 0 0, it means there is a 16 byte present here. So likewise, there is a 0 0 followed by 16 bytes. However, this is for the page 0 is the first 16 bytes followed by the status code for page 1, and these FF 0F 0F, this is for this 0F indicate this an error. There is no page data after this page status byte. So 0 means the request made to page 2 is error, page 3 error, page 4 is error. Now there's something which I would like to show, and which is not available in SLIL. Now everything else work here. You can lock the EAS by using this. If it is lock protected, then say for example this tag I have already protected. Everything is locked now. My privacy password is locked, destroy is locked, sorry, all the passwords are locked, and it's also EAS protected. Let's give a small demonstration about something to make this video complete. Now I will try to disable just get this alarm. Okay, it says the alarm is not set. Oh, this is okay, let me try. If you try to enable, the alarm is not set here. If I try to enable it, I get an error message. It is because the EAS is password protected. Now first I'm going to send my EAS, sorry, I think it's all, sorry, the problem was over here, not with this thing. Okay, now just go back again. You must have this data rate set to high. So alarm, you get this alarm thing. Try to disable, you get an error. You can't disable it. It is because it's password protected. I'm also sure I must have locked. So I'm going to enter the EAS password. The password I've changed, set this to 3. Set this password. You have to have the address flag set. Set this password. Now go back and try to disable the password. Still got an error. I must have locked this thing. So, but I've seen this enable, disabled. Everything works when the EAS is protected. I've demonstrated this in my earlier text, and I would advise you to see that. So everything else I've already demonstrated in my earlier text. You can change the AFI to 02. I can change the DSF ID. So there is no, you can try to lock. These are the standard ISO 15693 commands. So can you lock AFI? It says yes. Can you lock DSF ID? It's probably at the end of this video I might have to bin this tag. So it is locked. Now try to change set. You got error message, so that means the lock works fine. So I think more or less as you just saw here, this is a very simple tag. Okay, but the only drawback here is it has got only 32 bytes of data. So there could be some application out there where just the 32 bytes could be enough. And I think everything, that's all I would like to mention about SLIL tags. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.